Good morning. It's Friday, October 29th, 2021. I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and mysportsreports.com. And already the video feed has messed up on me. Let me fix this real quick so you can see my charming mug. There we go. Woo. Woo. Sorry about that. All right, a lot going on today. At 1 o'clock p.m. we're going to do an interview with a high school athlete here in Delaware that did something recently that no one at the high school level has officially done this century. So that'll be cool. Our first live interview. Kind of hoping that everything works. Not sure what's going on over there on Twitch. Supposed to be over there. All right. Okay. There we go. We're there on twitch.tv. And let's get into it because there's a bunch to talk about here today. Because there was a rant on a Facebook page that I took notice of. The Tatnall School announced their co-athletes of the week. They're from the volleyball team, and they happen to be sisters. It's Sophie Kirby and Emma Kirby. Sophie, a senior, Emma, the junior. This is the end of the first pot of coffee. The second one is brewing. Man, I hope this is going through because somewhere it says I have connection issues on Twitch. Let's see. Refresh the chat. I gotta figure out how to do some of this stuff, man. It gets to be very consuming. There's a lot of stuff going on. Try to do this all by myself. So with that in mind, let's just remind you that I would encourage you, if you support anything that I do, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, My Sports Reports. Only 985 more subscribers to go with 3,989 viewing hours left before I can get into the revenue stream. But once that happens, I can pay people to do stuff. Now, we are in the revenue stream at rumble.com if you prefer that platform. Notice here, as I highlight, no spaces in the word in the title, My Sports Reports. On twitch.tv, it's My Sports Report. It's a gaming site, really, but let's face it, we have to target younger users. And the reason I have to target younger users here is because they know how to use this stuff. I was talking to somebody yesterday who is a friend of mine. I want to bring him in to be an expert at one of the sports, and I don't know, man, he's like a Facebook friend. He likes the Delaware sports page and was surprised to know that I've been doing this for a month. So to try to get him to subscribe to any of these other things is going to be tricky since he's already technically subscribed stuff. So if you're a younger viewer, teach your parents how to subscribe to stuff if they don't know how to. I'm not going to suggest that every parent is technologically uninclined. I mean, I'm 59. I know how to work this stuff. Don't know how to hang a picture, but I can work this. I can work this stuff. More field hockey from Tatnall School. They beat the Wilmington Christian Warriors 4-0. They improved to 11-3. With one remaining match left against the Sanford School, who they beat earlier this year, 5-0. Rachel Whitehead scored twice. Did I say that already? A lot going on in my head here today. My head is filled with stucco today. Here's a tip, a real estate tip. If you're a homeowner and you have stucco on your house, just get rid of it now. Tear it down, replace it with brick, vinyl, siding, put straw up there, doesn't matter, anything but stucco. All right? Trust me. Just do it now before the prices raise even higher. Even if you plan on living there for quite some time, replace the stucco. Because what happens is it gets these hairline cracks, especially near the windows and your doors. And moisture gets in there, it rots out everything behind it. And the repair to the structure is what will destroy you financially. Get rid of the stucco. It's not cheap to do that, right? But it's less expensive than having to tear down or rebuild the structure of your home. That's my real estate tip for today. And also, if you are on a private septic system, do whatever you can to find the nearest public one and hook up to that. Again, not cheap, but better than having one of those private systems. 2 real estate tips today from Marshal Manlove, realtor. And I am associated with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach. I will sell your house. I will help you buy a house. But if you want me to sell your house, remediate the stucco. And if you can't hook up into a public septic, public sewer system, get it inspected. Trust me on that before you call me, because it's going to fail. It's just the scam that it is, in my opinion. Back to sports, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to have fun. The reason I got started doing this again is because of everything I just mentioned. It's driving me nuts. I can't sleep at night. Oh, okay. Back to some positivity. Local sports, amateur sports, high school sports. I might do adult sports. However, dealing with adults is part of my problem too. Yeah, because that's what one of the rants was about on the Facebook page I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So I had this weird dream last night that whatever team I was on was getting whooped by the Delaware Wildcat field hockey team. I don't even know if I was playing field hockey, but whatever I was doing, whatever sport we were playing, the Delaware Wildcats were just running wild over my team. Actually, it might have just been me. I'm not sure. I can't remember seeing anybody else from a team on which I was playing. I just had this dream that the Wildcats were just scoring, just running over me, just beating me with sticks and scoring all sorts of goals. And they did that to the Pandas of Padua yesterday, beat them 10-0. Macy Bradford scores 3 times. Laura Rogers, Jordan Holloman, and Ella Shockley each scored a pair of goals for the Wildcats. They win 10-0, as I mentioned. Only 3 seniors on that team, by the way. And one of them is the goalie. I believe Ella Shockley is one of the other seniors there. So we're going to see them just destroy teams, maybe even worse, in the next couple of years. The Red Wolves of Conrad beat Dickinson 9-2. Alexis Pushkarchik, I wonder if I said that right, scored 3 times and had 2 assists. Kayla Dillon, 4 goals and 1 assist. 1 assist, not assists, for the Red Wolves. They end their regular season 7-1 with that win. A chance to make the playoffs, perhaps, for the Red Wolves. Sussex Central over Laurel 8-0. McKenna Boyle scored 4 times and had an assist. Bailey Perdue, 2 goals and 3 assists. And Cameron Payne had 2 goals and 1 assist in that contest. Smyrna beats St. Andrews 7-0. Ryla Wilbur scored a hat trick and had an assist. London, let's see, Bebout, I'm going to say, had 2 goals and 2 assists for the Eagles in that win. Other scores here that perhaps didn't submit any statistics. Brandywine 8-1 over Glasgow. Newark Charter 2-0 over Sanford. Lake Forest, big win for them against Sussex Tech. 2-1, and I believe that makes the Spartans 11-3 or 11-4. So we're going to see them in the playoffs for sure. Woodbridge 6-1 over Seaford, and Dover blasts Delmarva Christian 12-0. I wonder. Let's just check something here. Yes, we are running live on YouTube, so I just don't know about Twitch right now. See? It says live right there. So I want to point out, if you happen to see this right here, where like yesterday, no views, 81, it's because I placed them in live streams in different spots. So don't mock me for no views. You'll see it on my personal page, sports page, Rumble, wherever. I just kind of bounce them back and forth. Mock me, if you will. Boys soccer. Semrath Singh had a pair of goals for Caravel. They beat MOT Charter 4-1. Ahmed Mays found the back of St. Elizabeth's goal 2 times as the Brandywine Bulldogs beat the Vikings 5-0. Christopher Lopez Ayan had 3 goals and 2 assists. Vicente Lopez Camacho scored twice and assisted on 2 other goals as the Highlanders of McCain improved to 10-2, beating Newark 10-2. Coincidence? It is a coincidence. It has nothing to do with each other. Just for some reason, at 8 o'clock in the morning, it strikes me funny. I don't know why. Some other scores as I try to get serious. Newark Charter and St. George's Tech tie at 0. Dickinson beats Red Lion 2-0. Tower Hill and Sanford knotted at 2. St. Andrews and Wilmington Friends 1-1. Caesar Rodney 5-0 winners over Polytech. Dover squeezes out a victory over Cape Henlopen 3-2. Smyrna over Sussex Tech 1-0. Sussex Academy 4-0 winners over Lake Forest. Indian River same score over Woodbridge. And now over to volleyball. Bree Reed from Sussex Central had 35 kills against the Indians of Indian River, including the 1,000th of her career, as the Golden Knights beat the Indians 3-1. Maddie McTeer had 38 assists. Told you I was there the other day where McTeer had her 1,000th career save. We knew that Bree Reed was going to approach 1,000 kills. She did so against Indian River. Allie Marley had 10 kills to lead Delmar over Laurel 3-0. Elena Milloway, 17 kills. Sierra Troyer had 14 kills, and Michaela Hendricks led the Royals of Delmarva Christian with 22 assists as they beat Caravel 3-1. Big win for the Royals. Caravel's a tough team. I think we have them ranked. I forget if we did rank Delmarva Christian, I think, below Caravel, so that's a big win for them. Nicole Rankin led the Buccaneers with 16 kills. Jordan Elmer, 13 kills, and Adrienne Baladas record 12 kills for Sussex Academy as they beat Milford 3-0. Terry Kirshner had 31 assists to lead the Seahawks. Lillian Wenzel had 14 kills for Archmere in a 3-2 victory. It's not Archmere, it's Delaware Military Academy against Cape Henlopen. Delaney Schultz had 38 assists for the Seahawks. For Cape, Riley Wilson had 22 kills. Megan Smith, 33 assists. Some other matches. St. Elizabeth over AI DuPont, 3-0. Archmere beats Newark Charter. Not a lot of statistics available. No noteworthy stats. Everything was kind of spread out amongst all the players there. Big win for the Auks in the Diamond State Conference. I don't know what that does for the conference championship. I know the Auks are 7-7 or 8-7. I think that win made them 8-7, and Newark Charter 12-3 as they both close out the regular season. The win for Archmere is important. If it did give them the win in the Diamond State Conference, they get an automatic berth. Newark Charter is going to get in there regardless, but whether it will be as the conference champion or as an at-large entrant yet to be seen. I suppose I could do a lot of research and figure that out. It's just, look, man, it's a lot just to get this done, and currently doing it as a hobby. So until such time. Wilmington Christian 3-0 winners over Tatnall. Tower Hill 3-0 over Sanford, and Padua easily over Ursuline 3-0, and Ursuline is going to end up 7-8, and they play a tough schedule, so they'll get the bonus points. Possibly they'll be in there. It's 24 teams are going. They get enough bonus points. It's just they're going to get. They're probably going to have to. They're going to have to play a play-in round on November 4th. There was some cross-country championships recently. Let's go to the boys disc championship. Nicholas Pizarro of Tatnall and Andre Latina, the top two finishers, 16:51 and 17:06 for the team. Tatnall, no surprise there. Just based on those top six results, the team winner over Wilmington Christian and Wilmington Friends. For the girls, Katie Payne and Katrina Endress, 1 and 2 finishers in the race individually, but it was St. Andrews who squeezed out the victory for the disc championship over Tatnall in a rebuilding year. There. Boys middle school, not limited to high schools. Middle school kids compete too. And look, if the adults were running, I'd talk about that too. The New Castle County Cross Country Championships, which are today or tomorrow, I believe. They have an old timers race, so I'll mention some of those because there might be some names I recognize. James Brinsfield from Tower Hill was the winner in the boys race. You'll notice that this time is very fast compared to the varsity. They run 2.1 miles instead of the 5K. I think it's 3K as opposed to 5K. And Wilmington Christian, the boys winner in the middle school division for boys. And the girls middle school race, top three spots swept by Wilmington Friends with Aubrey Ashman the winner with a time of 14:08. The Sussex County Championships were held on the 26th. I said that slowly because I was feeling a whole bunch of stuttering happening there. It was gurgling in my throat. Bryn Crandall from Indian River was the Sussex County champion with a time of 17:58, over a full minute ahead of the second place finisher, Katie Kuhlman of Cape Henlopen. And Cape Henlopen were the champions, followed by Sussex Academy and Indian River. I mean, I'm having trouble with Sussex. For boys, it was Ryan Baker of Cape Henlopen with a time of 15:23, and the Vikings took the first, third, fourth, and fifth spots. So I would imagine that they were the champions, and they were over Indian River and Sussex Academy. So I had there was this rant that was on a Facebook group, and it was about how some referees apparently called for police presence at a football game recently. And I don't know anything about the backstory, but the rant got to be about how officials are getting treated. And I can tell you, as an active official, it's just not pleasant. It's not so bad in volleyball so much, but I gotta tell you, man, the reason I can't even watch pro sports anymore, there's a major reason that I'm not going to discuss. One of the reasons, though, is how athletes, pro athletes, and managers and coaches talk to each other, specifically about officials. But they just think that they give permission for lower level amateur sport competitors and those who watch them some kind of permit or license to say the rudest, nastiest thing to officials who are just there to make some extra money, help out kids. You know, at the professional level, to some degree, I get it when a manager wants to argue with an umpire about a safe or an out call in baseball, for example, because they have millions of dollars on the line. I get that to some degree. But at the high school level, there's not. There isn't. Could there be a scholarship involved? I don't know. How much money is somebody making as a high school coach? A few $1,000s. It's not a lot. I get being competitive. It's about character, though. It literally is about someone's character. How you talk to other people. Period. And it doesn't matter how competitive you are. That's not an excuse at a high school level, or worse, at a middle school or at a middle school age level. It's just ridiculous, man. Learn how to talk to people. Life is about relationships, right? If you can't talk to somebody in some kind of respectful manner, leave. I refereed basketball for 5 years. I left for that. 2 reasons. I got injured a couple times, but really, the way people talk to you, I got talked to in a way that I can't even. I could. I decide not to. I do my best not to swear on here. I really do. I think I've succeeded so far in not swearing. But, excuse me one second. The things this guy said to me on a court, he would not have said to me out in the parking lot, because it would have been a different outcome. Let's put it that way. This was a Christian school in Maryland. Then I found out not only was this guy the coach of this Christian school basketball team, the coach of the team, but he was the headmaster of the school. I said, that's how you're going to talk to people? And you are trying to motivate and guide and teach kids? What did you just teach them? I mean, really, shut up. Like, he disagreed that on a foul that I called. Okay? On a foul. And this is why I have this picture up here, because everybody in a gym, on a field, on a court, has a different view. Take volleyball, for example. The coaches and the lead official have opposite views. So this is listed our view, coach's view. It could be the other way too. And in the coach's view here, it just looks like this line. I found this on Facebook, and I've heard a couple people talk about it. I thought it was appropriate here. So here's the coach's view. They think there's some kind of violation here, right? But look at the other side. It's not. Vice versa, right? You can disagree with a call. Just mutter it to yourself, right? Like, okay, all right. That didn't go our way. And then move on. That's it. You don't yell across the court something inappropriate, because what happens then, the coach and the captains of the team have to set the tone regardless, okay? Because if they don't, it filters down to the players on the court, and then it just inspires the crowd, who there's always a couple people in there who are just, they shouldn't be there, all right? They should just be kicked out, period. But anyway, if you grant them permission to start talking like that, they'll definitely take advantage of it. They will definitely accept your invitation. But we're down referees. We're down, period. You want to have competitions? Keep pushing officials out, because they'll leave. I've been reffing volleyball for 10 years. Could be my last. I don't know. because it's ridiculous. But this match the other day, I'm like, this is exasperating, bro. So what? I think it's out. But trust me, you don't have the same view as the line judge over there who sees the line. Right? Like, shut up. Let's move on. Especially when your hitting percentage is like 30%. Right? Don't come talk to me about how my line judge just blew a call that was an inch or two one way or the other. Right? And then without your kid not hitting 100%, batting 1,000 in baseball, or scoring a touchdown every time they carry the ball, right? Or in basketball, kids shoot like what? Probably, if they're really good, maybe 30%. So don't really, just stop. Just move on. You can have a spontaneous reaction. You don't like a call, like, okay. Then by the time you say spontaneous reaction, we should be on with the game, right? That's kind of my rule. You can have your spontaneous reaction, good play or bad play, and then let's go. Move on. Get on with life, right? Learn how to treat people. Learn how to talk to people. Trust me, it goes a long way. It really does. All right. That's my rant. Yeah, that was a good one. I was going to, at one point, make this top 10 list of the top 10 things, the top 10 dumb things people shout out in the stands, but that doesn't help at all either. Unless you want a guide, unless you want to print it out, unless you want to print out my guide to the dumbest things that you should not say while attending a high school competition or middle school competition. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. I'll think about that. All right. What else? This is brought to you by me. You want a good time? Consider a comedy hypnosis show. Always fun, man. Always fun. Nobody's yelling at each other. Nobody's calling anybody bad names. It's just fun. We laugh. We have a good time. I infuse it with a whole bunch of positive affirmations. Anybody who's in my show benefits from the experience because I'm a hypnotherapist also, so I do things that can help people improve their lives. Help people improve their lives some way today. Motivate a young person. Tell them that they're doing good. Congratulate somebody on the other team for somebody that did well. Clap for them, right? You don't have to thank me personally. Thank another official, though, right? Just thank someone for showing up. Say, good job. And under your breath, you can say, good job most of the time. That's fine. I don't care. Just do something to improve somebody else's life today. Make them happy. And you can make a whole bunch of people happy by hiring me to do one of these shows. You will have a blast, man. I'm telling you. I should mention, with that said, I'm really kind of shocked. I've actually done as many of these as I have. It's just easier because I'm home. I have a home studio in Middletown, Delaware here. But I will be away from the home studio next weekend as I go down to Myrtle Beach to do a show. Now, that's on the 5th. On the 4th is the first round of the volleyball tournament, and on the 6th is the second round. I'm going to miss both of them. Both of those rounds. I'll be back for the quarterfinal round, but they probably won't assign me because I am missing the first two rounds. But that's okay. So I'm not sure what this video will look like. I will try to get online to do something. Maybe it'll be on my phone. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out. All right. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to do an interview with somebody who did something that no high school athlete in the country has done this entire century. Let that sink in. as far as an accomplishment is concerned. All right, everybody. My name is Marshal Manlove, and now, until next time, I'm out.